This video is sponsored by JoJo Siwa.
What up, I'm Xander. What comes to mind when you think of a kart racer?
For some, maybe Mario Kart. For others, Garfield Kart Furious Racing. Or for me, I think of a PS1 game known as Nicktoons Racing. I had this when I was really little. I didn't even know what a video game was back then, but I remember this as a Boomafoo game, which I really want to revisit someday, and Frogger were the three PS1 games we had when I was little. If memory serves right, this wasn't a bad game at all. For the time, it controlled good, had some great variety in its characters, and for being one of the first Nickelodeon licensed games, the people who worked on it clearly wanted it to be amazing. I say this because what I'm talking about is the absolute opposite. Yeah, so for some goddamn reason, in 2018, 2020, and 2024, Nickelodeon released a trilogy of kart racers, all capitalizing on the newfound renaissance of licensed kart games, inspired by the insanely successful Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, this was a weird period. Subtly, we were saying,
Muppet Race Mania was on to something?
This trilogy was labeled Nickelodeon Kart Racers, and they were all partially developed and published by Gamemill. That son of a bitch. I just talked about their Trainwreck, Walking Dead, and Kong games from 2023, so yeah, let's ruin shit further by showcasing they can even mess up a racing game. Hell, they already did that with one of the most infamous video games of all time, Big Rig's Over the Road Racing.
Oh, I can't wait to see how awful these are. This is the Nickelodeon Kart Racers trilogy.
Here's the first game, which released in 2018. Let's do it. I said let's do it.
Let's f***ing shred them!
Yeah, for at least the PS5 version of this game, it takes the Nickelodeon logo, no joke, a minute and a half to switch to the logo that reminds me this game is gonna suck the big one. And I ain't talking the SpongeBob special. What the f*** is wrong with Patrick?
I was gonna get first place until I got high.
Also gotta love how Arnold's nonchalant ass is not enjoying this race. Oh my god, these choices for screens are hilarious. Okay, we got our cup selection. The Stoop Cup? The Cynthia Cup? The Glove Cup? Dude, did they see that Mario Kart named their cups after items from Mario and said, yeah, let's just pick the most random-ass items from random shows? Okay, I gotta stop being ungrateful. Hey, Arnold even being recognized by Nickelodeon should be an accomplishment. Let's go with the Stoop Cup. Also, that's not even an item, that's a character. Wow! Look at this f***ass character roster. Dude, 12 characters, 3 of them from SpongeBob, 3 from Rugrats, 4 from TMNT, and 2 from Hey Arnold. I take my previous comment back. Even when Hey Arnold gets recognition, he somehow doesn't. I'm choosing my boy Reptar. Oh, and don't bother with the kart selection, because unlike Mario Kart where it matters, it's all for show at this point. Our first track takes us to Grandpa Phil's creepy ass. We're gonna sneak into a PG-13 movie, but you're 81! So the race starts, and you gotta love that off the bat the controls are just not good. We get a power-up for fireballs, and I'm sorry, I already got an achievement? For filling my tank with gas? At this point, Gamemill has shown that achievements can be for anything. Imagine life having achievements, but Gamemill put them in.
Really? Fuck!
Look at this. Every time I shoot a fireball, the screen pops up with Reptar saying, "Halt, I am Reptar." And yes, the Rugrats movie makes it impossible for me not to read that in Busta Rhymes' voice. So the slime allows you to boost, a kind of constant mushroom you always have in your arsenal. It's cool and all, a bit different from other kart racers, but you have to run over these slime activators in order to get any unless the track happens to have slime lakes. Most of them do anyway, so my question is, why wouldn't you have slime all the way? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, Tawny motherfucking Turtle. You are going to be a pain in my ass, huh? Alright, doing good on the first race. Hey, look at that, dominating. I do not like that word in a kid's game. Won the first race, let's move on. We got a pretty cool reference to the 2012 TMNT show. I'll give credit, the tracks aren't awful. But unlike Mario Kart or even a second grade kart racer, there's no passion in these tracks. They're just there. I could play through every Grand Prix and I just would not care. Okay, doing good. Oh, Jesus Christ, forgot a simple power-up can totally screw me. Okay, just gotta back up.
The Vietnam War happened for this.
Okay, Reptar, I need you to lock the in. Why is the reverse so slow? Not like we're in a hurry. Oh wait, we are. It's a race! It's funny, because another Gamemill game, Big Rig's Over the Road Racing, had an infamous glitch in it where the reverse would go so fast you'd leave the map if you kept doing it. You'd leave the map if you reversed too much. Apparently Gamemill said, we're no suckers, lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice, and made the slowest reverse I've ever seen in a racing game. I went from first to dead last because it took me, no joke, I timed it 11 goddamn seconds to back up, which included me contemplating quitting the damn game. Of course, we're back on track, but look how far we're behind. We need a Hail Mary. Okay, here we go. Some power-up action. An acorn I can only throw backwards at the 0 enemies behind me. The Aquafina Fox wasn't as useless as that. So occasionally certain tracks will throw in these slime lakes, an easy way to fill up your slime meter. Ooh, a power-up. Give me this game's bullet bill. I will forgive the reverse thing from earlier. A spatula? I need something to catch up. Angelica is beating me. I can't have that. Okay, third lap. I'm finally catching up. I'm already in last! Are you that petty, Tubby? Really? I was in ninth! Couldn't you have used that power-up on someone who hadn't been dicked the entire race? Somehow, after that train wreck, I got 5th place. Not that it fucking matters, because look at this broken-ass distribution. 1 point difference between 1st to 2nd to 3rd. But somehow, that's still enough for Donnie to be in the lead. Okay, our 3rd track. I'm surprised it took them so long to do a slime-themed track. Also, this is an elimination race. Wait, what? I didn't set that. Does it just randomly choose a race to do that? Okay, whatever. Yep, like a classic elimination race, the person in last when the timer runs out is booted. Except that's not what happens at all. It's still a 3-lap race, and after 3 laps, it's down whoever gets 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. So why is it an elimination race? Okay, as much as the game I'm about to mention is flawed, there's a game called Hot Wheels Unleashed, which did this way better. It had the same idea where it didn't matter if a lap was finished, it just went off of a timer. Except Hot Wheels Unleashed runs like an actual racing game, and this runs on shovelware energy, so I guess I'm just fucked. Okay, a glide. In Mario Kart 8, the glide helped you get ahead the longer you were in the air. Glad to see Nintendo had nothing to do with this game, because here, the glide actually slows you down. Yeah, the glide, the thing that would naturally propel you forward, in fact slows you down. There's no reason to keep in the air, because the longer you're in the air, the lesser your lead becomes. F1 wasn't as broken as this game's backward-ass mechanics. Oh, for f***'s sake, I got 2nd, no surprises here. I guess I should talk about the game's speed now, because this game is slow. In Mario Kart, there was a way to monitor that speed by collecting coins on the tracks. That made sense. Going back to Hot Wheels Unleashed, it often kept your speed unless you crashed into something. Here, it's kind of similar to DreamWorks Superstar Karts, and you do not want me to compare this to that game. It doesn't matter how fast I am, the racers are always faster. It's somehow the exact opposite problem to Gamemill's other trash kart racing game, DreamWorks All-Star Kart Racing, where the problem was the AI was almost too dumb and never kept up. I guess we got cartoon Mario Andretti's on this fucking track because I could never keep first for more than 10 seconds at a time. Someone was always on my ass. Okay, looks like I just gotta beat Donnie and I win this pre. Time for some school hijinks. Oh, you know I love me some school hijinks, my favorite track.
I am desperate to like anything in this game.
Honestly, this race went the smoothest, at least of the 4 tracks I went on. Yes, sir, got 1st and Donnie got 3rd. I had to win. I still lost. I won, and he got 3rd. Naturally, in any other racing game, that means I win. Oh wait, I forgot how broken the scoring system was. He won 2 races, so he pretty much was unbeatable. Ah, fuck you, Donnie. You're lucky you got voiced by Rob Paulson at some point. Otherwise, I'd be like, Donatello. It says do not enter first. Okay, whatever. Let's victory lap. Victory lap? I lost. I didn't win. What do you mean victory lap? My ass. I got 2nd. They didn't let Lightning McQueen take a victory lap in the first Cars movie. Why? Because he didn't f***ing win! He didn't get 1st! Even then, the victory lap isn't even a full lap. I just collect these chests and I'm done. The chests usually containing some useless garbage. Okay, I have to lock in for this next one. Let's do the Cynthia Cup. This time I'm picking Patrick's creepy ass. I have no idea what Nicktoon this is from. Okay, having a lot better time controlling this. Why is the first race an elimination race? At least the Snoop Cup made the 3rd one different to add variety. Honestly, I'm having a way better time with the Cynthia Cup. This is the same Hey Arnold map from the Snoop Cup. Do they reuse tracks? Actually, I'm not that surprised. Everything else here is lazy and recycled. Why not this? Man, I love getting shields and protections that last 3 fucking seconds. Hell, this is the same school one we did last cup, only there's more slime lakes and a weird new mode where you have to keep within the arrows. I guess that's cool, but whatever. We finally get a different track that actually retains the Rugrats theme. And you guessed it, it's longer than any of the other tracks and there's no reason for it. I ended up winning the pre flawlessly, so let's go on to the next cup. Honestly, the game's so repetitive, it just got boring after a while. The tracks sometimes change it up, but not enough to add replayability. Wait, victory lap? That was race number 3. What? I did so good they canceled race number 4 and just let me win? I guess that's cool, whatever, but that's kinda premature celebrating. Whatever, I'll take it. Wait, we're doing race number 4 anyways? What the fuck? I'm sorry, you don't just do the victory lap in race number 3. I am not guaranteed 1st at the end of the race. So how the hell am I gonna do a victory lap? Well, considering I got one when I didn't even win, I guess it's not too far-fetched.
Look, I can't judge this game fully if I don't beat it on expert mode. Cue the training montage. It's not as hard as it's gonna be.
That was too easy. Oh, and one more thing. I'm gonna go ahead and play a stretch of one race, and you'll see another issue this game has. A Nickelodeon game which has a variety of characters all with distinct voices doesn't have voice acting. I'm done, dude. This game's awful. I mean it when I say it's number 2 of the worst kart racers I've ever played, only beaten out by Superstar Karts, and there's no secret I hated that shit.
But hey, it got 2 sequels, so maybe Gamemill learned their lesson. I'm sorry, let's get on with it.
First of all, lazy as are we? Grand Prix? That could be any racing game. Though off the bat, I respect that the title screen features different characters. Yeah, even on the cover there's SpongeBob, but hey, Lincoln Loud, JoJo Siwa, Ren and I'm sorry, back it the fuck up? JoJo Siwa, that's a real person, which makes Celebrity Big Brother 2025 that more fucked up. No, seriously, that is a wild story. The title screen features Lincoln Loud, Rocco, Zim, okay with the variety. We get a tutorial which is greatly appreciated as there's new elements to this one. Specifically, they reworked the slime meter to where instead of it being a generic boost, we have a pit crew. Wait a minute, that's kinda cool. My dad was a member of David Gillian's pit crew, and here's the photo evidence, bitches. So it's cool that we got a selection. Our team lead is the one whose ability replaces the slime meter. For Lynn here, she uses a huge hockey stick and propels us forward. Honestly, they didn't have to go as hard with the crew member options, and it's kinda cool. Look, I can give credit where credit's due. The rest of the game sucks. Okay, so the big difference with tracks, and that is sarcasm, these are the same damn tracks as the first game. But there's these stunt ramps that when you do a stunt on them, like in Mario Kart, they give you a boost if you hit them just right, except they don't, because no matter how perfect my timing was, I never got it to work. Okay, so we got the cup selection. I'm gonna choose the Hairball Cup. The name still sucks, good to know. I'm going with my boy Zim here. I like the variety this time, way better than previously. And the track for Boxing Say is actually really good. So for some reason they added the thing you can do in Mario Kart where with a perfect time startup, you get a boost at the beginning. I could not figure out how to do it here. See, in Mario Kart you just gotta time it right with 2. Here, it's a completely complicated process. The racing just isn't fun, and like in the first game, I could only be in first for like 2 seconds before getting hit by something. The tracks are nicer, but just don't feel good to race with. Also, this one adds new power-ups, and welcome back to the useless show starring them. These power-ups are so cookie-cutter and just doesn't make the game any more fun. The blue shell of this game is the King Jellyfish. And it's fine and all, but it just takes forever for it to catch up, aka it takes the exact time it takes to annoy me. I do give credit the tracks are cool and all, but incredibly repetitive. Honestly though, this one's just mediocre if anything. Grr! Fetch me my bitches! For this next pre I chose Arnold. Take a look at this absolute L I took here. What the fuck was that? How is that fair? Whatever, 3rd place. Gerald's supposed to be my best friend but doesn't let me win. Fake friend. Look at SpongeBob's happy ass in 6th like, I'm Race Bob. And Rocco's ass is just like, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, my neighbor's gonna molest me again. I kinda wish some of these crew members were actual racers, like Tucker, Phoebe? I don't know, I felt like they were wasted potential for them just to be crew members. Okay, I won. So why did I only get 2 out of 3 stars? Wouldn't I have gotten all 3? Oh wait, I gotta get first in every race, a perfect score to get 3 stars. Well, now I'm just pissed. Honestly, this one's better than the first game, but that's a horrible standard. The tracks are better, but the racing is still boring and slow. The tricks don't work, and I'm sorry, it's an improvement, but not enough to suffice as a real game. Let's get this over with. In 2024, they released Slime Speedway. Alright, a better title. Maybe this one won't be so bad.
Scoff!
What, you thought this was the big one? The one where they finally figured out? No, absolutely not. Though some props I'll give. I like that this title screen at least features different characters like Jimmy Neutron and Jenny.
You wouldn't like my body. It's all circuity.
No.
There's voice acting this time. That's an improvement had I ever seen one. This tutorial takes too damn long to get through. While it's nice to see official voice acting in this one, they interrupt for everything. I'm never given a chance to just play the damn game. There are a few differences here, for instance the addition of the Nitro Drift. If you drift long enough, you get a small boost. It works, no notes yet. There's these slime slides, and that is a mouthful, that are like little shortcuts. Yes sirree, I'm gonna gladly appreciate that later on. There's a heavier emphasis on the gnome things that I believe were in Invader Zim, but I'd have to look. Pit Crew returns here, and I really do appreciate the inclusion considering that was one of the only additions that worked for the second game. We get to have some fun. I do like that the characters are unlockable, give some replayability here. Oh, don't worry, I'm kidding there. The customization is also really cool. Also, nice little touch at the item box this time are the Kids' Choice Award blimps. That's a nice detail. Okay, time for my first issue. The drift doesn't fucking work. Yeah, the Nitro Drift, I said it was nice when the drift worked. For some reason, the drift is more jumpy and bouncy this time. It does a little hop like what they do in Mario Kart, but in that, it's quick and precise and doesn't mess you up. It's something about the timing, it just doesn't add up. And as for the actual races, the only improvement I can say is that the speed is up to par with your average racing game. It's not perfect, but I can live with it. But let's not beat around the bush. Let's talk about the biggest issue with this game. The slime speedways, the shortcuts I literally just mentioned, they don't fucking work as shortcuts. If you take one, you can go from first to at least 4th or 5th.
so you don't even bother!
And I tested it. I got it almost perfect, and it just doesn't matter. I still dropped down a few placements. The gnomes are everywhere, and I do not care for them. The tracks are really good, though, although they do kind of look like the last tracks, but whatever. Improvements are improvements, and this is definitely one. I'm sorry, it's just another pathetic kart racer. It's completely interchangeable, and I'm more pissed that I don't have a lot more to say other than it being generic and boring.
Sadly, these games just aren't that great. And what sucks is that it's got potential. I mean, look at Nicktoons Racing almost 20 years ago. Clearly it had a good idea, but it seemed like Gamemill was more into capitalizing on the idea of Mario Kart rather than make a full-fledged kart racing game that could rival it. I wish I could say these are games I could see this generation growing up with fond memories. I had a few games like that, but it's just not there. The pieces are there, but it's to a different puzzle. I do think with a little bit more care and let's just say a whole other team behind it, I do think these games could have been something amazing. But sadly, it's something that just won't work. That's two things that won't work! What are you saying? Well, I'm traumatized. Bye!